Hello, how are you guys doing? I'm doing alright. We're having a good day so far. I did a little bit of painting, finished up the edits and the SEOs and all that jazz, and why is my camera on? You're gonna get pointed somewhere that's not directly at my just begraggled. Is begraggled a word? It should be. It sounds like a word. Sounds like a word that an old man uses and not me, because I'm not old. Anyway, we don't need a face cam for this at all. Where was the thing? Where is Homestuck? So I was bringing it up on another stream, and then I was like, this is dumb. Why am I bringing it up with you? Let me bring it up with Homestuck people instead. So, hey, Homestuck people. Anyone know what my pages per minute is? Because I need to get to page, according to my chart, I wrote it down, 4,109. Lil Paladin, thank you for the 6 months of support. That's half a year. Holy shit. Please acknowledge Rev Feet. Yeah, no, there it is. You guys asked for it? Now it's there. Within You. Within You is pretty, yeah. Someone recommended that yesterday, and I was like, fuck, you're right. Within You would work. So according to this, I need to get to page 1,000 or 4,109 for Cascade. I would like to be there by the 14th. The 14th is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 14, 19 days from now. 19 days from now is the 4/13, not 4/14. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus, so 18 days from now. And I'd like to probably go a little bit past it, right? You probably don't want to stop on Cascade, right? So we probably need to go a little bit past that. So if anyone knows what my pages per minute is, that would be helpful information. I'm thinking about streaming Homestuck a little bit, basically every day it comes out rather than, waiting a full whatever. I think that's how often I'm going to have to stream it in order for it to be available. Little Big Quebec. I hope you enjoy the new feat. Thank you for the 7 months of support, by the way. Just had to resub for Rev Feet. Yeah, no, it's great. So I'm just going to try and read as much of this I can today, and then I'm going to die, because Abby was like, hey, you want to wake up? Because it's fucking 4 a.m. You want to wake up? Let's party. It's time for a cat party. She's like, oh my god, dude, shut up. I love you, but shut up. So I'm a little bit tired today, but we'll make it through. Maybe I'll ramble less because of it. We'll see. We're already 3 minutes, almost 4 minutes into the stream, and I haven't read any, so maybe not. Okay, wait. 3,715, and we're trying to get to 4,009, 309 or 394 days. We've got, if it's basically every other day, and we've got what, 18 days? That's my brain is not working well enough to be able to do this. It's not 9. It is 9. I like how I said 9. 394 pages in 9 days. Divided by 9. I need to be reading at least 43 pages per day that I'm reading. I probably don't need to read that much. We'll get right up to like 100-something pages, 40-something pages away from, we'll call it 44. I think we can do that. We'll see. All right, but the goal now is 44 pages a day. 44. All right, cool. We got this. I think that's in my range. We'll see how many we do today. We'll count it out at the end. I'm going to try and read like normal, though. So anyway, this happened last time. I don't remember exactly what the context was. Basically, there's a walk around. I'm going to go back one page. There's a walk around that we had to do and allow it. Yeah. Exit. Kind of looking at Bilbo. No, we can't Bilbo. We got to not Bilbo. where is the best place to play Cascade? The start, the middle, or the end of the stream? Okay, and then we remove the disc. So that was the end of the year thing. And so the disc is actually a physical object that exists. You have no idea what the hell this thing is or why you would need another disc. Middle, maybe? So we probably should ratchet up that reading count by a little bit. You have no idea what the hell this thing is or why you would need another disc. You just capture log it and proceed. There is justice to be done, and you're running out of time. I was thinking it was going to be read like there. Major Breath, thank you for the 7 months of support. Couldn't think of better timing. You're right. And there's also now Rev Feet. Look at it. That's an emote you have to deal with now. Music. Oh, it's a walk around. Oh, no. You cannot control Trizzy. How could you possibly expect to play a game when you have lost the game disc? All you can do is watch it, what she decides to do. Oh, okay. You find a note stuck to the floor with Nepeta's claw. It appears to be addressed to you. The writing on the torn page from the journal of Vriska's ancestor. Her taunts become increasingly fragrant. Cascade is 15 minutes, immediately followed by a 2-minute thing that's somewhat... What should be the end page for the stream of 413? How about we do that? Rather than trying to get to Cascade, we need to figure out where we need to end that stream in order to make it a good stream. You guys know what those numbers are. I don't want to look in advance. You guys are going to have to figure out that number for me. But we can figure out that number and redo the math from there. Because if it's like there's a bunch of shit that happens after Cascade that, like, if you don't know, the end of Act 5, in your opinion, when is the end of Act 5? It appears to be written in purple blood. She wouldn't dare harm sweet precious Gamzee, would she? The thought is more than you can bear. You're about to throw the book at her. Read note. Okay, so I'll check that in a second. 4115. Is this the end of the flat? Herman? Hey, cut it out! Get down, get down, down, down. Alright. Herman is getting up on top of the bookcase and causing problems. He's been a bit of a problem today. I don't know what his deal is. Recognize this room? Yeah, we were in this room before. I don't remember the context for it. Alright, so someone said 4115. I started this stream at, and I'm going off of what I started this stream on rather than where we are right now. No, that's not right. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and wake up and then figure out the math. Because that's a bit much. 1445 or 7, somewhere in that range. Okay. Thank you, sweetheart. 3715 is where we started stream. So minus 3715. 400 pages almost exactly. That's interesting. Alright, so then we want to divide that by 9. It's 44 pages a day. That's where we want to end. So we actually need to get times 8 to, we need to get 355 pages from now. Okay, we can do that. 45 pages a stream. And we end on page 4115 to 7. Something in that range. Somewhere in that region. Is that Doug Walker on the right? Where do you see Doug Walker? What the hell are you talking about? You wake up not because you were not actually asleep. You're actually just taking a breather in this nice, cozy pile of horrifically mutilated scalemates, which were gathered here to break your fall for some reason. You wonder where you are. This is a fancy-looking room. It doesn't look like a place where you'd expect to find on a meteor, at least not any strictly canonical capacity. Oh, that's my notification that I'm live. That's really annoying that my phone does that. There's going to be a lot of parts where there's non-Pestrolog pages. Yeah, we're figuring out an average because there's going to be some pages where it's just like a fucking novel of reading. And then I'm going to have rambles and bilbos, so, you know. Examine surroundings. So this was during one of the walkarounds. This dapper, kiwi-suited gentleman is quite familiar. You're almost positive he made an appearance in this very crowded dream you had recently. Where did he go? Something in this room smells funny and fast. Climb stairs. So Gamzee is now doing the thing where he teleports him around. You cannot ascend. The staircase is suffering from catastrophic horn clog. Exit door. The door is locked. You either need a key or need to break it down with force. You need to achieve an especially heightened state of determination to pull it off, though. So any of these question mark ones are ones where I have to know a password in order to do that, right? Gamzee is pulling a bro Strider. Yeah, exactly. Where did he learn that move, though? Yes, I did, Bumptus. Yeah, it should have gone out today. I think we're gonna have to stream basically every day that a Homestuck video comes out. After hours is gonna get a little more fucky. The normal Thursday math is gonna get weird. Basically, there's got to be 24 hours between when I stream it and when it comes out. It's gonna be trying to come out as soon as possible, so that way I can get to, Cascade by 4/13. It's gonna be a little weird. People have a little bit more time on their hands to watch stuff, so you should be able to, do that. Rage aspects makes you strong and fast. That makes sense. General rule of thumb, don't click the question mark links. Fair enough. You have been completely hornswoggled. The whole thing was a setup from the start. A trap deployed by a cunning mastermind. All the clues are adding up. The blood, the note, the flagrant displays of trickery, isms, and japery. The identity of the puppet master behind all of this is now painfully obvious to you. Oh, right. Yeah, Gamzee's normally supposed to be like this, but he was high off his ass all the rest of the time. So you just don't really know that. Got it. Spider Troll. Let's play records. Yeah, Fago, apparently. You select the appropriate crime-solving music for the right move. They're kind of atmospheric, and it is highly unlikely that any crime will stay unsolved too long. I'm a fan of Troll Cops so far. Not really my thing. Oh, I'm a sucker for this kind of shit. I don't know what this is. Like, I call it coffee shop jazz. Like the kind of shit that you just like listen to while you're in a coffee shop and it's raining outside and you have a book and a sweater and you're drinking coffee or maybe tea and you're just looking out the window all wistfully. Whatever genre of music this is, tell me what it is so I can just like listen to it constantly. Called Sarah Blonde.
I hate a moral coward, one who lacks the manly.
Is this like one specific dude's song, or is this like a genre? Oh, it's a type of wait, what? Oh, obscene Old-timey dances. Alright, cool. I'm gonna get into, like, obscene music from, like... Yeah, the pages per minute. Sorry, I got... Oh, hold up. I think this is what we're gonna do, is I'm just gonna, like, continue reading, but leave it on in the background. Sound good?
I hate a moral coward, one who lacks the manly
No.
I
This
just need a
Vandeville
man
cornball
afraid to go
nonsense
home
will
in
not
the dark.
do. The mood is just
I
not
always
right for
spend my
figuring out
evenings
crimes.
where there's
You put the
woman
record back in its
lying
sleeve.
strong.
Examine
But like a
cover.
man, I always bring my little wife along.
Who's
I'm
this
a member of the midnight crew.
bag?
I'm a night owl and a wise bird too. Home with the milk in the morning, singing the same old song. Rise with the moon, go to bed with the sun. Early to bed and you'll miss all the fun. Bring your wife in trouble, it will never trouble you. Make her a member of the midnight crew.
Fuck, that's actually alright. You can click text. Oh, you can click this text?
Doesn't stop till 12 on happy old
Oh fuck,
Broadway.
is this...
So what's the use of going home until the break of day? Now something confidential.
I didn't know
remember
this is
not
gonna be a
above
YouTube
breath.
thing.
I once went home at 2 a.m. and scared my wife to death.
Oh, this is an actual fucking song. Oh, this is copyrighted then. Oh, well, expect that to sound like ass. Or just completely edit it out. Hussy Quest. It's public domain. You say it's public domain, but the Red Army's like song, the Soviet national anthem, as sung by the Red Army, right? Choir. That isn't copyright. Or I mean, that is copyrighted. Like, I don't know how the fuck you copyright a Soviet fucking song. Like, who was about that shit? Who's doing that? Who's like, man, I really like us all having the ability to have, like, you know, access to this thing. You know, sharing mutually with our stuff. I'm gonna copyright claim this shit. The recording of it is copyrighted. Why, though? Who? Who did that? Peak irony. I know. It's upsetting just because of how fucking stupid it is. I mean, I guess it's just, you know. The Soviet Union has always had problems with copyright and trademarks. Published works before 1923. Yeah, but maybe not that recording. Russian oligarchs. Stalin reported it. I see. Like, it was just on some meme game I played, and then it was... I promise you the Midnight Crew is uncopyrighted. I don't fucking trust like that, my dude. But Rev, you love things that are upsettingly stupid. It's basically my aesthetic. You're correct, yes. But... Alright, how about this? For those of you here who are live, I will play it. And if it gets copyright claimed, I will edit it out. And then I will put it back up online. And you guys won't be able to hear what we're listening to. And I'll let you guys know when it starts and stops. So that's what I'm going to do. So everyone who's here is fine to listen to it, but some of you guys are gonna get fucked over because of that. Sorry about that, people on After Hours, but Chad is very insistent that this is gonna be fine. I always spend my evenings where there's woman wine and song. I know. Before you can make heads or tails of who exactly this douchebag is, something rolls out of the sleeve. It appears to be a very small record. It's so small. What is such a small record doing in such a great big sleeve? Looks exactly like the disc for the scratch. You got Homestuck disc too. You can't get over how tiny this record is. It's adorable. You wonder what sort of music it plays. I was gonna say, like, this is like too well done. Wait, so you guys want me to stop it now? We're already at, okay, we're gonna stop it now so that we can listen to this thing. Oh, is that it? Song's over. Play it again. Predictably, you scratch the surface of the disc. What were you expecting? It's almost like you don't even know what a CD is. The disc is damaged, but who knows what kind of sort of effects it will have on the data. Better store it somewhere safe to prevent any more mishaps. Oh, okay. Oh my god, god fucking damn it. That stupid fucking shirt Dave wears. I just realized. Fuck you. Capture log disc. I'm a night owl and a wise bird too. Home with the milk in the morning, singing the same old song. Rise with the moon, go to bed with the sun. You should be perfectly safe from any similar kinds of damage while secured in your scratch and sniff modus. Oh, scratch and sniff modus. There's nothing bad that could happen there. Examine chest. You spent way too much time calibrating the ambience of your investigation and not nearly enough time investigating. This is one of the most common pitfalls of being an investigator, aside from literal pitfalls, which you actually fall into. There are 2 chests in this secret room. Nothing out of the ordinary. Chests are everywhere in this lab. People find it all too tempting to sneak their personal belongings into them for safekeeping. That is, until the goods are stolen shortly after there by someone who can't resist looting every single chest they encounter, which is everybody. Maybe these contain clues? Open chests. You got the Neophyte Red Glare role-playing outfit. What is this doing in here? You haven't worn it since your flarping days. Thank you for the Homestuck bits. Slap my face and call me Grandma. Keep an eye on the banners from now on. They'll have important side story with hover over time. This? Banner? What do you mean banner? I like Troll Cops. It's a good song. Fight me. In a few pages. Okay. What are you doing up here? You've not worn it since your flarping days. The only part of you, any part of it that you kept on hand was a stylish part of glasses, which of course, since the incident has managed to become a regular accessory. You cannot imagine how someone could have gotten their hands on the rest of it. Surely a crafty and resourceful criminal is at work. Spider troll, spider troll, spider troll. Wear suit. He's on the garb of the legendary Lacerator. Close enough. It brings back memories of many successful fantasy prosecutions resulting in real executions of rival players. Will someone add 45 to, well, 45 plus... Okay, I can do that. I was gonna ask you guys to do the math, but it's not that hard. It's hard enough that I have to bust out a calculator because my head's not working. Alright, so I need to get to this page tonight. Nope. I did math wrong, somehow. There we go. I need to get to this page. Easy. You don the garb of the... Right. You bring back memories of successful fantasy prosecutions resulting in real executions of rival players. Those were the days. Open other chests. You got a Pyro plush. Pyrospite plush. Pyrospite was your scale-mate sidekick back in the campaign. He was the model of loyalty, friendship, and righteous retribution. More than could be ever said of any other partner in justice. There's no doubt about it anymore. She's clearly baiting you to confrontation. You mean baiting. Hug Pyrospite. Embrace your old friend, releasing a mighty, majestic squeak. It's been too long, old friend. You vowed never to let him out of your sight. Since again, You gonna get stabbed again? Oh. The puppet is becoming a nuisance. It appears to exhibit the same incredible puppet fastness properties which Dave's had. Must be some form of universal puppet enchantment. Could possibly be the same one, because that would just be insane. No, it's probably a fucking. I'm willing to bet it's a this situation, but with puppets. Couldn't possibly be though. Music covering up my voice, really? Alright, music's too loud. Alright, well, I'll turn this down a bit. Sorry about that. People have been arguing with me about where my levels are recently. Sorry about that. This puppet is being, a nuisance. It appears to be the exact same. Where did Pyro Spike go? Look up. Sorry about that. Is there somewhere we can view your MS Paint document so far? I posted it as a reply to the whatchamacallit, the thread that I had with the Homestuck Twitter account the other day. So if you can find that, then yeah. I think actually if you go to Twitter, you go to like fucking profile and Mike. I know that's Mike. I didn't even see who was doing it. Then you go to media, and then you scroll down. And you could probably just scroll through this until you find it. It's in here. There it is. That's how you find it. There he is. How'd he get all the way up there? He's always been quite the slippery scallywag. Maybe he's reminding you to check out this note. You almost forgot that it was up there. What with all your furious investigating, most of which would have been involved in fooling around with records, hugging plush toys, and cosplaying as a childhood heroine. Read it. Just as you thought, it's a message from Vriska summoning you to battle. It is written in Gamzee's rich, jelly-smelling blood. It is her handwriting for sure. Her quirk is present. Reminds me of the first dirty joke I ever heard. I'll tell it in a minute. Remind me to tell you guys the first dirty joke I ever heard. Anyway, her quirk is present, leaving the matter undebatable. But what the hell does she want to bring up this stupid pup along? She's so weird. There's a journal entry on the back. It probably isn't the slightest bit relevant to the current situation, but I guess it couldn't hurt to read it anyway. Examine journal. I suppose I'll have to get used to writing with this hand instead. No, I now do so in captivity while I bring my all to tell us the... Okay, I'll tell you the joke. Hey. So, first dirty joke I ever heard was in, I think it was middle school. And the joke goes that, Mickey Mouse, it's snowing outside, he goes outside, and someone, has written in the snow in his front yard, Mickey Mouse sucks. Right? Or Mickey sucks. Something like that, right? He's like, fuck. So he calls the cops because he's a little bitch like that. And they show up and they go, well, we did an analysis on it. And we found that it's Goofy's urine, but Minnie's handwriting. Anyway, and that's what passed as a joke. On the immensity of the subjugalar's hijinks, I took the gesture as plain avowal of my persecution's futility. A lone neophyte assigned TLDR. No, I'm reading it. We got pirate stuff to go. How could I view it otherwise? I was sure that they'd drawn from the bottom of the deck, not intending to squander more competent mercenaries on one who had made show of outclassing them all before, but I discovered too late that Red Glare was their wild card all along. How is one allowed to be raised by dragons in this era, alone with one such middling blood? The sickly hue of gutless civil servant. Those of her caste are typically pleased to mount a sluggish cobbler. We can't TLDR the pirate erotica. It's fucked up pirate erotica. Or some brainless, blah blah, or some brainless squawking spleen fowl during petty expeditions to plaster seizure notices on Gamblight properly. By what fluke was this woman granted such a weapon, permitting her to luxuriate in these delusions of righteousness? Something blocked the light of the unbitten moon, treating the harbor to darkness more grim. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I have no idea what the fuck is being said right now. Like, I am not processing this at all. I have no idea what these words mean. Like, I'm reading them, but not retaining any information. I think she got caught by someone who wasn't high enough, like, blood cast for her, like, taste. Like, she felt like she should have been brought in by someone who's actually, like, good at their job. And, like, she's being racist about it. I think that's what's happening. But I have no idea. Something blocked the light of the unbitten moon, treated the harbor to darkness more grim than what fell this season's apogee. I made the mistake of looking into its eyes, each like the sun concentrated into a small jewel, as two hot garnets searing into a black veil. I shut mine quickly, but the more sensitive of them was burned irreparably. When I regained sight in the other, there was only red. My fleet was in flames. The neophyte was on deck. Pyrospite, she mentioned through her ridiculous forced grin. She wanted me to know the name of the beast which was able to consume my lustrous hull. My dice were in the hold below, and not that my present luck would consent to a favorable roll anyway. I made my move for my blade. She took my arm, which I'm sure she kept as the tiniest of snacks for her ostentatious custodian. Maybe she meant to prove that she wouldn't need me in irons to have my submission, sound or free, 2, 1, or none. I wonder how well she knows it's not what I do with my arms she has to fear. I await my trial. This will be revisited in a flash. Thank God, because so yeah, she got put in jail by someone who's, I guess, Trizzy's ancestor, and because of dragon lusts. Yeah, sure, that sounds right. Insert disc 2. This is not a flash. This is just a thing that's happening. There's no continue button. Why is there no continue button? That's never happened before. This is just happening now. Do I click that? Oh, okay. There you go. Sis, roof now. Bring the puppet. Why is this being paralleled to something that happened earlier in the comic? Hussey likes to do that. You remember this thing that happened before? It's happening again. You remember that bit where this happened early on in the comic? Well, it's that again. It rhymes like poetry. That's supposed to look like that, right? Oh, here's that flash that explains that thing that happened. So I could have avoided reading that. Oh, it's scratched. Of course it is. Okay. Disc scratch, now we get glitches. Okay. Sure. Don't make me read a lot, please, for the love of... Oh, thank God. Much fanfare was made of this trial, more than I would have dared to hope. It seems my luck has been returning as of late. The High Blood surely intended to make a spectacle of my conviction. Again, a thing that happened in the past that we were not privy to this time is happening again. She has a PDF of it. Do you see what happened to Mindfang's eye and arm? Yeah, the eye stopped working. I didn't see why, but the arm got removed. It was cut off. I don't have as much about that. I'm sorry. There's this whole, like, I mean, like, the thing is, like, the way that it was explained earlier is, like, they have to, like, or it's not they have to. It's their way of, like, you know, I don't know. You do shit like your parents do, you know? Or at least the people who raised you, not your, you know, parents. And you take some of those elements into yourself, and you take some elements of, you know, other people, and they kind of do the same thing, except for they don't know their parents. They don't know who, like, made them. They just kind of can learn about things. And so they have these things that repeat because of that. Am I getting this right? The Dragon Eyes blinded Mindfang like Vriska blinded Trizzy. But isn't that exactly the opposite of what happened before? Like where Trizzy's ancestor blinded Vriska's? They learned from legend. And it's ironic. Oh, okay, cool. So like I just want to make sure I got like whose parent was whose. The High Blood surely intended to make a spectacle of my conviction. They filled the court block with peasants, ravenous for the comeuppance of the blue blood. I wasn't about to deny them what they came for. It was kind of the authorities to supply me with a phalanx of such impressionable spectators. The weak wills were nearly as thick as the air as rust in their vein. Funny how other senses seem to have peaked since the exchanging glances of the dragon. What an extraordinary specimen. How I've come to covet the creature since it ruined my fleet. I knew too well the whispers of a dangerous new infatuation as they beckon, but I digress. Do you remember Make Them Pay, where Vriska lost her arm and her eye because Trizzy sold her out because of Doc Scratch? Vriska lost her arm and her eye. That did happen. But wasn't that Ardea that made that happen? That's how Make It Pay happened? Including trying to romance the descendants of the people her ancestors romanced. Okay, so that's... gets a little incestuous, doesn't it? But I mean, I guess that's not how that works. It was Trizzy. Okay. It's been a minute. Ardea gave her the ghost to do the thing with, though, right? Ardea beat her up later. Okay, cool. It's been a minute, and I'm... Alright, got it. It was simple enough to nudge the hostility of the low bloods from one aristocrat to another. The subjugators could not have been pleased, nor could they have been altogether amused, I would expect. I wonder if this was part of their unfathomable game. I will never understand their riddles. I only regret that I did not get to hear the opening statement from the neophyte had prepared against me. She had compiled all of the evidence that she burned must have been damning. I bet her remarks would have stung worse than when she severed my arm, but she certainly would have shown me a greater mercy than taking my other instead. Okay, so hold up. What is going on in these images? All right, she's there. She's doing a thing. There's little demon fellas. The demon fellas are like gonna hang her, and then she's dying. Alas, I mock to disguise the extent of my regret. My escape not necessitated her demise. She would have made a lovely rival. If she only discarded her childish preoccupation with justice, we might have made a more striking scourge. We had inched blacker Had we an inch blacker, we have torn red miles across the land and sea. Unfortunately, the only miles to be found through the bureaucratic calling were those of red tape. When so ensnared, one could eventually be bound to be choked. With the courtroom cleared, all that remained to be obstructed. All that remained to obstruct my freedom was his honorable tyranny himself. Upon reflection, red glare showed the foresight of a true seer in the thieving of my arm before the trial. So, okay, no, but I'm so confused about who's this happening to. Is this okay? So this is not them. I thought this was Trizzy and her and Vriska. This is their ancestors having this thing happen. Because I only recognized by this page where the arm was missing. This is really rad art, by the way. Okay, cool. I was like, what the fuck is happening? It permitted a fair fight. Though I was free, I had no fleet, no matter with the Glamblines decimated. I embraced the turn in fortune and pledged to put my Seagriff ways behind me. With any luck, the skies would be my future. The thoughts again returned to that dragon. But first, I was in need of temporary refuge. I sought it with I don't know that word. I don't know what that word's supposed to be. When the faces are in shadows, it's the ancestors. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. That helps. He owed me for sweeps of protection I provided after his brazen defiance of the High Bloods. It was perhaps only such courageous stand ever taken against a superior by one of his superlative pedigree. Real word. I know it's a real word. Expatriate. Okay, sorry. I couldn't read it because there were numbers that I was supposed to read as word or things. Couldn't tell if it was supposed to be a B or an A or an 8. Fucking it's like that, my dude. All right. Let's see. Perhaps only such courageous stand could ever be taken by a superior, by one of his degree. And I have not bothered sticking my neck out for another, but the admiration he had won naturally wore thin as he persistently bemoaned his treason and banishment, and I was saddened to find this habit holding strong. Even now, I wonder if he still believes she was worth it. Repairing my arm would go a little further in squaring his debt with me. Even if I came with both intact, I might have ripped off one and put him to the task just to halt his blubbering. Darklear was always such a skilled mechanist, and his work proved to be adequate distraction. So pacified, he listened to what I had to say, but after recent travails with the law and Priospipe, what I had come for, in truth, the treasure he'd been keeping safe for me. Oh, this is Aquinas' ancestor. It looks like he's balding. Aquinas looks like he might go bald. I know that's a weird thing to say, but like... He cradled the oracle... I cradled the oracle with my synthetic hand, as if appraising by weight the mysterious... It's the wrong weight, though. It's the testosterone. Okay. By mystic qualities, it's still concealed. With my vision eightfold seared away, I was blind to the secrets of the old doctor was to its present whereabouts. I learned to keep it cloaked from the awareness of the man who once called me his protege, the black-handed term for endearment from a smug manipulator. Locating his so-called dark pocket was the only gambit I had encountering his milk-tongued doublespeak. The expiate. Why is chat? Okay, chat is saying come a lot and saying don't and spoilers. Okay, so apparently I just missed a spoiler. First time reading. No spoilers, please. I'm going to read this real fucking stupid. Yeah, so it's generally like I've asked chat to spam chat anytime that there is spoilers in chat up until the spoilers are off screen, just as a way of like dealing with it because I don't know what they are, and chances are I won't pick up on it unless if I just scroll up. Or you guys are just composting for no reason. One of the two. I don't know. Let's say I'm as far as like Town of Nowhere stuff goes, I want to say I'm 60% done with everything that needs to be done. For anyone who's wondering, so we will be back to that soon. I just haven't had a chance the last couple of days to sit down and do it. I need to finish the painting for Sunday first and foremost, and then I can worry about that because people on Patreon are paying me to do that, so I should do the thing that I'm being paid to do, especially in times like these. You know, money's a little tough, but it's gonna be a good one. I hope I'm not hyping it up too much. But I did announce if you guys do want to make your own OCs for the Town of Nowhere, you can do that. That's a thing you can do, but they have to have been disappeared prior to no showing up into town. So enjoy that. I'm already working on it, and make sure you post it on the Reddit as well. That's the other thing I would like. If you're gonna watch the Town of Nowhere, I'd recommend watching it at like 2 times speed, unless if you're gonna try and pick up on all the stuff that people missed. The Gambit I had countered his milk tongue doublespeak, and okay, so can I paraphrase this like clusterfuck rather than no? I need to read it. I considered what to do with it for a while. Should I find the power spite by consulting with the Oracle, as I had done so often to steal fortune from my adversaries? I guess exploiting some technological means of gazing through its surface may have seemed simple enough, but I hesitated. Every expedient granted by its counsel, though never instantly, came at a price. Knowing his nature, I'm surprised I only now recognize as yet another instrument of his spurious benevolence. Yeah, she had the orb from Doc Scratch too. I don't know if it's the same orb or not. I don't know if that has been assessed. I would assume it is. Yeah, whoever has been doing the timestamps for the Town of Nowhere is a fucking saint. That is amazing. Like, shout out to that guy or gal or them for doing that, because that definitely makes my job doing the like recap a lot easier, because these are the things that someone who isn't me thought were important. That's a very useful list. Doing the Lord's work, yeah. I guess I exploited some technological means of gazing through the surface. I had been seen simple enough, knowing his nature. Dangerous way of selective divulgence. The sense of infallibility his oracle brought me was superficial, and in hindsight weakened my readiness. Knowing my fate far in advance, I took Red Glare's threat lightly. The greatest mistake I had ever made was asking the orb when I would die. But as I revisit the prophecy surrounding this unfortunate query, something struck me. I thought of the man I would have as my mate spirit centuries from now, who was said to command an army of beasts, the one called the Summoner. Who? Really? I mean, I should have guessed, but really? If my obsession with the dragon should continue to burn for so long, would he be the one to assist me in taming it? I did not have the knowledge. I know, it's... Yeah. The Rufio hair and everything, yeah. It's not... Is it spoiler if I'm the one who spoilers it for myself for figuring it out? Look at his wings. Yeah, they're God tier-esque. It's a good point. Oh, okay. I skipped all this. Well, it still counts as a page, so it's still something I need to read for the sake of the charity. That being said, I only need to read 2 more pages in order to stay on pace for what I need to get done for this stream, and we are like almost an hour in, so we can actually make quite a bit of progress. I expect that some days are going to go much slower than others, so 2 more pages. This after this one. We got this. We got time for Bilbo posting. Would it be on account? I mean, we could just stream for an hour and then I could just Bilbo post for like another hour and just like make it awful for you guys. And then that's the whole stream. So I have patience to take up my role in his story of heroism. I have no idea. Like, he's in there with you, right? I have no idea what that was. 1 hour of Bilbo wave, yeah. Skilled, fearless of them. He would exhibit the remarkable palpitations as sort of recorded in myth, growing with perhaps simply revealing a striking pair of wings and arms, thus inspired would spearhead such a rebellion. Surely, at least on the scale of sectarian revolt, we heard something. Both me and Tilda heard it, but like something falling and like I have no idea what it was because Herman is trapped in the other room with my wife, so he can't have been doing it. I don't know what the fuck that was about. Who thereafter forbade its mention or any invocation of the heretical symbols at all, even in private journals, which is why I stick to the fable of the summoner and not risk another execution with even oblique reference to the compelling tale of the sufferer. Resolution to the summoner's mutiny is foggy, as I only understand what has been related to me through brief answers I thought to solicit. Ultimately, the ire of Constance be such that in settling dust of the conflict that she would banish from the home world except for the young. She would scatter all who reach maturity to the stars to fight her wars, are presumed to keep them occupied, existing in less centralized state from what such a coup may arise. Chad is coming real hard right now. Please cut it out with the spoilers, y'all. What to play instead of the Bilbo song? I have something of similar energy. Can I have permission to post it? Let me give me a sec. Should I put you guys in jail? Because hold up, I need to get this Bilbo Baggins ass thing. Okay, cool. I need to get that, and then I'll jail you guys. Hold up. Okay, thanks. Go ahead and pause this. Save this for later. What is this? J-Cut the flute tune. Yeah, it looks like... why does it have 10 million views? The fuck is this? All of their responses are in German? Alright, cool. I'll save that for later. Just a little treat for myself for later. Listen to it. Have a little bit of a good time. Anyway, alright. Emote only on. Emote only on now. Alright, cool. So I'll release you guys in a minute. We'll figure out a sign. I'm gonna finish reading. I don't know. We are supposed to get to 3,760 tonight. If I don't find something by then, that seems like the thing that I'm supposed to like figure out. I will ask again. Resolution of the summoners. Okay, blah blah blah. Imagine that she would involve upheaval of civilization. I suppose that she would have her on her side at the advantage of unparalleled lifespans and leverage extended by hideous psychic prongs of her deep undulating monstrosity. That is, until it chooses another little witch to serve. Nonetheless, I take the prediction as truth. I find it amusing that the homeworld dominated by children will be the great summoner's legacy, at least of them, one of them at least. More importantly, and less amusingly, his legacy will be my demise. You see, I first learned his name when I asked who would be the one to kill me. Karkik, thank you for the 7 months of support. I could not read through this part when I read Homestuck, so this is all new stuff. I feel like this is probably fine to not read. It's definitely backstory stuff in order to like give you a concept of what's to come and kind of like, oh, that's why Vriska is such a asshole to Tavros and that kind of thing. But it's definitely one of the harder to read sections. I've never spoken nor written of him out of contempt for the prophecy, but I do so here in my final entry of this journal. I took this to be a pitiable fate, and scoured the orb for any means of escaping it, or at least salvage a little dignity from the tale of my downfall. Alas, it is no consolation for my vanity. But as I sit here deciding what to do with the damnable little sphere, I understand my error. It was not in failing to chart a course to future events to turn my future fortune's tide. Even so, many sweeps from now, it was believing the future was mine to know, the future mine to control. If this hero was meant to breathe life into the embittered heart, if he were to earn the right to run it through, then so be it. For him, I will commit to the page of highest expectations, and for the precious uncertainty is left in my future, I renew my vigorous anticipation. The oracle I will resolve to part with. I will conceal it in a crypt bearing the sign of the expatriate, with the map to its location hidden in this journal. To whomever finds it, be wary, for the truth it tells may leave its new keeper blind as I was, though no more. Flip. Is this a walk around, or do I get... Alright. Yeah. That's things that are happening. That's you don't get a choice in this matter. Oh, wow. What the fuck, though? So this is because the disc got scratched. Like, can we get like one of those buffer things? I used to have one of those because I had a 360 growing up. You just run it through this little thing. You gotta like crank the little wheel and it cleans off the scratches a little bit. We need to get one of those. Hey, Red Glare, nice outfit. Same to you, Mind Fang. I mean, Vriska. As much as it pains me to admit, your fruity orange, delicious. Thanks. I see that you've been wised up and started talking about this rivalry. It's hard to antagonize you privately when you refuse to. It's not in character. It's a serious business, Vriska. See, I brought my deadly cane sword and cool coin. Yes, I see that. So you've come for revenge then. I thought we settled this all a long time ago. Not revenge. Despicable murders of your own... Like murders like Pearl Earl? Vriska, please, do not try and deny it. People. Gamzee? Gamzee isn't dead, you dope. He flipped out. No, something's... And those are words. Well, yeah, okay. There was like one murder I was responsible for. I know, Tavros, that was me, I guess. But that's it. He's the only one I killed. Just the one guy. What will happen is you'll lead here. I'm just gonna like read it in my head. I don't think I can read it out loud fast enough right now. I apologize. Oh, they're doing the coin flip thing. Sort of like they did with Dave earlier. The outcome of this coin flip doesn't matter. The coin flip was supposed to handle one way. Oh, she's gonna rig it, isn't she? I've got a couple CDs that I burned when I was a kid that I listened to in the car every now and then, and they do this. That like needs to be its own genre of music. The disc is badly damaged and can no longer play Homestuck. Well, there you go. I guess we won't have to play Homestuck anymore. We're done. Wow, I kind of expected the comic to go on a little. Anyway, that joke's been done. You were forced to quit. You'll not be able to resume playing unless you can repair the scratch in the disc. You will need to seek the service of someone who's capable of fixing the scratch. A scratch doctor, if you will. Visit doctor. You rang? That was a joke. Of course you didn't. I don't have a doorbell, remember? Ha ha hee hee hoo hoo. Please come in. Okay, so this is clickable now. It has things in it. I don't know if it's clickable. Welcome to my apartment. I trust that you can find my voice is more palatable against this decor. I continue to be an excellent host. I was expecting 2 more guests later. First one and then another. Make yourself comfortable in the meantime, but don't touch any of the candlelight on the table. That is reserved for one of my guests. Have a look at this disc. So Doc Scratch. Apparently it used to be a name for Satan, but now it's not. It won't be clickable, but if you have hover test, it'll say some waste of space shows up. I see. Thank you for the 5 bits. Slap my face and call me grandma. Mr. Sandwich Man, thank you for the sub. So I guess I should ask, yay or nay in chat, are you guys good to be let out of emote jail now? Or are we still got more to go? Are you guys good to be let out? Yay, nay. Nay if I've got more than I need to do. It's pretty divisive. I'll ask again in a minute. Give me a few more pages, then we'll come back at it. Quite a bit of yays now. Alright, how about I give it another couple of pages just to be sure. It does look like it's fairly yay focused now, but it's not unanimous. It's like iffy. Okay. That's fine. She really did a number on it, didn't she? It's virtually unplayable like this. What a shame. There's so many moments trapped in this disc which you will have no doubt found to be quite exhilarating. Yes, I can fix it. I like that it's like on green background now. Thank you for that, Hussy. You've hurt me for so long and you give me a little bit. You know, it's nice. Thank you. It will take time, though, I estimate, by which I mean I am certain by way of omniscience that it will be done when we have reached just shy of this green circle on the card above. Be sure that you already have presumed this mark to be responsible at the beginning of the Act 6. This should be ready to run in time to witness the critical event, a confluence of thickly interwoven current circumstances which would have been meticulously arranged by myself, influenced to a much lesser extent by you, and in much more negligible degree our heroes, the Scratch, would have been healed in time to watch these heroes put into motion. Yes, the Scratch itself. If you don't mind waiting here, I will complete my repairs. I will tell the rest of my story. I will show you as well as I recover data from the disc, but the visuals I supply will be nothing more than abbreviated snapshots, and my telling will be abridged. Mortality notwithstanding, I'm going to live forever, you know. Immorality? Yeah, I guess it's immorality instead of immortality. Immorality. Yeah, tick. And since this, for once in my life, time is at a premium, let's get on with it. Where were we? Talk. Never mind. I figured it out instantly because of my infathomable intellect, limitless knowledge, and mind-boggling charisma. You know, okay, so can I just say, you're kind of an asshole for, like, pointing it out all the time that you know the future. How about you just pretend like you don't for a minute? You know? Like, that could be a thing you could do. Granted, my charisma had less to do with it than my other qualities, but it didn't hurt, did it? Here, I'll show you. Tick. The Seer of the Mind had challenged the Thief of Light to a simple game of chance. If the result was the undamaged side, the thief would agree to stay, and if she would go. Talk. As a result, the flip was left inconclusive, at which point you decided to pay me a visit. But the inconclusive should not be confused with uncertain. The actual results was trivial. It was a constant across all timelines. Both the Seer and the thief knew that. Okay, so wait. So this is a situation where everyone knows. It doesn't matter. In all timelines, it always shows up heads or whatever, whichever one was that she goes. It's interesting. I guess scratch is the correct answer. I mean, that makes sense. The thief would use her abilities to cease to steal the fortune of her opponent and force the flip to yield what she said regarded to the most favorable outcome. The Seer anticipated this move correctly. This is why I don't care much for gambling. While a sucker is born with each tick of a clock, a cheater is born with each talks betwixt. Also, because it's boring, and I am a very wealthy man. You can also cheat and know what's going to happen, so it doesn't really matter. If you know what you're going to roll next, you can always bet that. Seer relayed the terms to a generally understood argot of assassination. The results go, while at face value would suggest the thief was allowed to leave, was actually the Seer's code word for the threat of death. This is obvious to everyone, including the thief. Talk. While the thief turned to fly away, making a show of claiming her pride, the Seer would stab her in the back the moment her guard was dropped. This is her plan, not particularly clever tactic in its own right, but the ingenuity didn't dwell in the novelty of the ruse, nor the neutralizing probabilities in the game of chance. Psychology was in play. Talk. Naturally, the thief knew that was her intent all along. She knew that the Seer would have understood the outcome to be rigged and that she would be likely intended to kill her as a consequence of the fixed result. This was seen to be an implicit dare from the thief to allow the flip to fall fairly, something which the Seer knew the thief's ego would not allow. The Seer knew the thief knew all this well, so they knew that. They also knew, but then also knew that they knew that the thing was going to happen, and I'm glad that he's in here and I'm the sheriff. Just another pair of cheaters attempting to play with their cards face up. Amateurs. Yeah, we're having some galaxy brain moments here. Each was gambling, not with any vehicle of probability which had been eliminated from the equation, but with each other's intentions. The thief intended to and took the Seer's bait, stealing the luck needed to effect the flip in defiance of her own dare, and turning to leave, then posed a dare of her own to the Seer, challenging her back up to the implied threat. It was the thief's gamble. She wagered that the Seer would not be able to go through with it. It turned out she was right. So ends the tale of rival. So she just decided not to stab her? That was a bitch move. Come on. She deserves to get stabbed. Well, almost. There's a bit more. But in order to understand the proper conclusion, chat's like, yeah, she did deserve it. Don't say nay at me. We should first catch up with another of my proteges, from whom I expect another message shortly. The other Seer. The other hero of light. Tick. Talk. Tick. We are making some fucking time now through these TikToks. Round 2. Strife. Here we left our human hero of light. She flew away to take vengeance on Noir, this side of the scratch. That is, the less angry, dangerous. The one not yet unmotivated by a compelling duel. Alright, so it's been a minute. Can you guys post the thing in chat? And then I'm going to ask a question. Yay or nay? Am I good to let you guys out? The thing is just a way for me to recognize that you guys heard what I said. Yay, 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 yay. Okay. It's much more consistent that everyone's cool with me letting you guys out now. Okay, cool. I'll let you out now. Bam. You're out. There you go. Welcome back. And he fucked the goblins. The secret hover over text changes. Oh, don't forget to keep an eye on the thing at the top. I have been forgetting to do so. Go ahead and go back a few. Okay. I don't see anything new going on. There's nothing like moving or there's no new elements. It hasn't changed yet, but I should keep an eye on it. Thank you for reminding me. She flew away to take vengeance on Noir, this side of the scratch. That is the one less angry and more dangerous, the one not yet motivated by a compelling duel. What page are we at? We are at page 3,783. We hit about halfway into where we're probably going to do this stream. I've been trying to do longer streams recently because of the, situation that's going on. By the way, I'm going to be referring to it as the situation or that thing we're all dealing with, because if I mention it by name, YouTube might strike the video to the point where it can't be it can't go live. Mainly to be able to prevent misinformation, because there's a lot of idiots out there, and they like to at me on Twitter. Why? To prevent, yeah. Not the situation from Jersey Store. No. It's well, okay, so here's the deal. YouTube can't be around to make sure that everything is fine right now. They need to make sure that they protect their workers. So they're relying more on automation rather than actually getting people in the office, which is not safe. So in order to, deal with that, they have the automated stuff going on more. It is automated as well as anything YouTube does. So I don't know if it straight up like demonetizes you or deletes the video, or if it's case by case. I don't know. I'm going to assume that it's a complete shutdown on the video. Not sure. But the situation that we're all dealing with, and if you're not dealing with it, go talk to anyone. People want to spam misinformation about it, and that's kind of what they're trying to get around. So anyway, my point is, I've been trying to stream a little bit more and stream a little bit longer. As a result, I just realized that John is in this frame, and I didn't see that before. It's like, what do you mean the saddest part of the comic? And I'm like, oh, right, that bit. Yeah, that part happened. Anyway, give me a second. Just imagine someone reading this in a couple years not having any clue. Just look at what day it is. Look at what day that this was streamed. And then look up what happened during March of 2020. You could type what what do you mean I could type what the situation is in chat? You know what the situation is. Everyone's well fucking aware of what the situation is. Anyway, I need to probably get up and stretch. Been reading a lot of articles about like how to be trapped in your house. And one of the things is you need to get up and stretch about every 30 minutes to an hour. 30 minutes is not a practical amount of time for me to be streaming, so I'm going to get up and stretch. You guys should get up, and I will give you guys 2 minutes to get up, stretch, get some water, do that whole thing. I'll see you guys in 2 minutes. BRB. Where's some music? Hold up. Music first. Once the music starts, then I'll start the timer. Get some water. Move around. Just get up and move every couple, like every hour or so. Apparently that's a thing. I don't know if that's right, but you should probably do it more often than that. Stretch a bit. All right, BRB. And we're back. How are you guys doing? I forgot that I had another auxiliary channel. Anyway, I'm back. Sorry about that. It was a little bit longer than 2 minutes. I had to pee, move the cat. Herman had gotten in my chair. Welcome back. Also, as a side note, and thank you, slap my face and call me grandma for the Homestuck bits. Final message for the night: due to my house being absolutely fucked by a snowstorm, according to Hussey's author commentary in the timeline that Dave Sprite is from, Dave and Rose fucked. Yeah, I don't like that. No, I don't like that at all. I'm gonna get some water. There was a rating during the break. Who rated me? Trius Kurt, thank you for the raid. Sorry I wasn't around for it. I was doing my BRB. That's a nope. Get some water. You guys want anything for the kitchen? Got water? Got like paint chips? Got oil? Cat food? Got cereal? You guys like cereal? Got ice? And I'm back. Some ginger ale? Got some Tylenol? I got some Tylenol, yeah. Alcohol? Nah, none of that. Anyway, I'm back. Gummy bears. Have you guys ever tried bunnies? It's fucking good. It's fucking good. Also, another an author's note that's completely important. Hunter Husky confirms that it's totally canon in the original version that at the time that Frisco was killing Tavros, Bilbo fucked the goblins. God damn it. Thank you for the 69 bits. Take my remaining bits as an apology for the cursed info. Bunnies, the cereal. It's good. Bunnies cereal. I'm not like sponsored or anything. It's just like, you know, bunny fella. Look. Hold up. Look. Good. We have some cocoa bunnies and Cinnabunnies. Not you. Fucking sellout slut. Reese's Puffs bunnies. Get out of here with that bullshit. Annie's bunnies. Look at that little fucker. Guy's goddamn adorable. We're pretty good. We're still on the BRB screen? No? Should be good. Anyway. Sorry, I slut-shamed Reese's Pieces. Hey, now that we've met the time for the day, what if I get some Bilbo Wave? What if I... Oh, I could do some real fucking weird shit to it. Derated, thank you for the gift sub. 15. Fuck, dude. Alright, we'll just keep reading. Alright, I'll read. No, let's do Nightcore. I'm not down with the slow shit right now. I gotta say, at 2 times speed, it fucking slaps. Get 2 playing at the same time? You're right, I should. What about more? Anyway, let's get back to Homestuck. Compelling, but not particularly challenging. The seer wouldn't win this duel. My apologies if this spoils the outcome for you. I cannot speak discreetly about such matters against this canvas. I warned her, my neophyte protege, not to stare into that ball. I told her about stairs. Oh, and this little face. Bro. There's a certain level of sound. Like, sound itself becomes familiar. And as soon as you don't hear the sound, that's when fear comes, you know? That's when you realize how much you've been just ignoring by the nature of it. It's like when you get a power outage or something, you know? You get a power outage in your house and you notice how loud the AC is and how loud your fucking PC is and all that shit, and it all goes off and all of it's off and you could just hear the dead silence and the ringing in your ears because you have tinnitus. Tinnitus? Yeah. There's that. It's good. Bring Bilbo back now. It's like that, though. I remind you, the pacing of my account will be characterized by a reduction in granularity from what you've come to expect by way of an undamaged disc. You will expect the remainder of the duel to be sensational. I will continue my steady distribution of facts as there are pieces of candy poured from bottomless white hemisphere. Duel ends. Seer dies. Slayer departs. Heir comes back to life. The outcome was hardly the point of suspense. Wait, Heir comes... Wait. John's okay? The bottom of the stream is cut off. It was just, I didn't have it all the way down. Sorry about that. It would be a bit disingenuous of me to present it as such. I would not belittle your intelligence in such a tawdry narrative ploy. It would be rude. I'm much too well dressed for that kind of behavior. If there truly stood some sort of chance of permanence to the heir's corpsehood, I can hear you asking now, could this moment later come to pass? How could this moment later come to pass? So we figured out a good page for me to, like, stop on, right? Okay, so if we're doing... Okay. So if we want to get to here, we need to be... Let's call it 4117. 4117 minus 45 equals... By 413, I need to be page... All right. 40, and that's where we're going to stop because that will give us exactly the right number. Goal. That's hardly worse than my regular handwriting. That's going to be the goal. That's where we're going to try and get to, so that way we end here at this reading rate. And we'll hit Cascade, and it'll be good. I'm definitely going to read a little bit more, but we're going to... Could you Bilbo more? I could, but, you know, listen. Not every moment is worthy of Bilboing. You know? For what matter, what sort of story would it be with our human hero of breath made to stay a cadaver? Definitely not one of the alpha timelines would allow. What sort of spectator would you be? If you had forgotten the terms ruling the conditions of morality, he won with his previous similarly unceremonious impalings. Watch RDA when you hit 4073 or whatever it was. Cascade is 13 minutes. Okay, so 45 divided by 120 times 120 minus 15, 120 minus 15, 105 times this. Okay. So we can actually expect to read a little bit less that day. So we should probably read a little bit more. 39 pages are going to be read on that day, probably. Rounded up to call it 40. So we can read an extra 5. Double calculators. I could have more calculators. You want more calculators? I got them. More calculators? No, it's good. So basically, I just need to start 5 pages later in this. So instead, we want to go to 4077, just to be sure. We really need a rev math. Why so many calculators? This is literally, I'm not going to lie, I find playing around with calculators really fun. It's stupid. It is really dumb. It is a really dumb hobby of mine, but like it just works out that things that I like doing happen to need math. I know I'm a nerd. Shut up. I'm aware. I know. There's no good reason for it. It's like, oh, well, okay, so I need to make a fucking battalion. Well, that's 62 points for each weird boy plus 90 points for the grots. That's 214 points. That gives me a total of 1,786 extra points that I can use for other detachments that I can do. That's why I like Warhammer. I'm pretty sure that they're 65 points. Might be 62. Don't remember. Doesn't matter. Now, hold up. Also, keep that one in the pocket. Yeah, I don't know where the fuck you guys, like, get off calling me a nerd. You guys are watching a video game stream that's not a video game stream. And in fact, it's even nerdier. It's Homestuck. 473 is a good stopping point. Okay, cool. We'll call it that then. Chat seems pretty consistent in that opinion. If you guys want to flip to 4,073 and double check that work. What page are we on now? 3,791. We're doing good. We're a little bit beyond where we need to. We're about 2 sessions ahead of where we need to read. But there are going to be some days where I'm not going to be able to read that much. Have you forgotten the terms? Okay. He'd done nothing to earn martyrdom, by which we might laud his fall as heroic, nor had he tasted notoriety. To secure a death, one must parse jest. And while I cannot give you my assurance, I am reasonably convinced of this much. When the hero of breath dies for good, it won't be as a scoundrel, but not for lack of a devoted mentor. If he had served his mentor directly, rather than his mentor's mentor, he may have standed a fair chance of perplexing something underhanded. At the very least, his jokes might have been better. Instead, he got her. The other hero of light, always bugging him, bugging and fussing and muddling. What's her deal? Let's find out. I mentioned that there was a little bit more to her story. I believe it's time to resume it. I trust you won't mind if I step away for a moment. I have important guests arriving very soon. If you need me, I'll be up here making sure everything is in order, which it already is. I'm keeping an eye on which I don't have, on the clock, which I don't need. Banner. Okay. Oh, yeah, he's over there now. I have an important... If you need me, I'll be up here. And then literally, like, there. There he is. Tick. And he's moving. Got it. Talk. He's filling up the bowl, making sure there's some stuff ready. Little Scotty dogs. Tick. Talk. And then bonk. Right, this is, I guess, happening. But we already knew this was going to happen, right? We already saw this happening. Words appear if you hover over it. Nothing really, no. I'm hovering over it. Nothing's happening. There's no alt text. Not yet. Talk. Tick. Talk. My apologies for my preoccupation. I managed to pacify the rowdier of my 2 other guests with sugary little black dogs so that I might continue my narration, but only briefly. In a moment, I will go stand over by my typewriter and teach my neophyte protege the consequences for taking advice from strange men over the internet, while I continue to attend to my second guest, who is you from earlier point in the story. Remember? Just shove that all in there. And then this is when he was having a conversation with Rose. Cool. I'm really glad that we have this clusterfuck of a fucking situation going on. We met here in my apartment a little while ago. At that moment, I was busy hosting you from the future, who is you right now. But I did not mention this at the time. I would have introduced your past self to your future self and vice versa, but it's very well known fact that past and future selves tend to not get along. A good host would never tolerate potential for discord amongst guests, and as hosts go, I simply the best there is. Don't be alarmed. Past you was just leaving. Where was I? Of course. I read no, I didn't read Pester Quest yet. The Hero of Light had challenged the same Jack Noir. I ended up talking to one of the writers of modern day Homestuck the other day. She was nice. She's good people. I'm excited to get to read more of her writing. I read obviously Hive Swap, and that was good. She apparently worked on that. So there you go. Yeah, Aisha. Yeah, good peoples. Like legitimately, even behind closed doors, because some people are assholes behind closed doors. She's good people. You're good people. Fuck you. You're good people. God, I feel so old and I'm not even 20. Don't say those words at me, subspace travel. I'm not alright with that. Listen, we're not going to fight about who's a good person. I have the right and ability to ban you for any reason I feel fit. And I can ban you for saying things that are nice about me. Okay? Anyway, I'm kidding. You can say nice things about me if you want. There are two heroes of light had challenged the same Jack Noir, straddling the scratch in about 20 hours of his own time to a circumstantially simultaneous pair of duels. Circumstantially simultaneous is a concept more complex than temporal analog and more valuable for examining the properties of paradox space. It is the agent reasonable for the major cosmic event in which pre-extinction Alternians came to refer to the Great Undoing. The same concept rules the innumerable lesser events by which critical moments shall be catalyzed, including the break, my employer's arrival, the detonation of a very special, powerful bomb, and my own death. It is an abstraction weaving together the fortunes otherwise perfectly disparate chronologies, such as those bound to a pair of distinct sessions. It is not fully comprehensible to mortal mind, and the length I will go to explain it to you will not extend beyond this sentence. What is happening at this moment? Okay, so a bunch of things, and we need to kind of address them in turn. Doc Scratch was having a conversation with Rose. He was also having a conversation with us, the reader, I suppose. Which he's having now. Jack, get down. Hey, get out of the sink. He's being a lot today. I already left. Oh, I see. But while this is going on, he wants to point out that later on, Rose ended up having a fight with Jack, which she lost, and Vriska had a fight with Jack afterwards and also lost. And these were within, I think he said 10 hours of each other. Trying to remember if there's anything else that's going on. He's just sort of like letting us know what else is going on. Jack just yeeted away. Oh, Jack has just left. Scratch canonically has no dick. Why? Okay, so... Alright. I'm not going to ask why that is something we need to know. I'm actually instead going to ask how that information came out. Because there's two different variable, like very plausible ways we could have gotten that information. Either Hussey could have just randomly given that information out, because that's the kind of shit he would do, or he, puppets don't have cocks. Okay, yeah, I guess he is a puppet. We already assessed that. Spoilers. It's spoilers that he has a dick. I really don't like things that I'm reading. The Slayer was... I'm going to read this other thing, this Homestuck thing I'm reading now. The Slayer was, for the moment, unmotivated by the thief's motion for a compelling duel. This side of the scratch, he opted for a more ruthless and calculated policy of extermination. On his arrival, not about to repeat the mistakes leading to his banishment, he quickly obliterated all 12 planets, followed by Prospit and Durst, to weed out those who might outsmart him in the same manner. With a little fanfare, he seized the opportunity to follow the thief's trail quickly before it dissipated, and destroyed their hideout in the Vale. Oh, right. So, she went to go fight him, and then he was like, nope, I'm going to just blow up the place. Don't do jail. You guys just have to be good for like another 30 minutes or so. He would soon return for the duel as she wanted, but not without a pair of trophies. Talk. Tick tock. What are you stealing now? Stop stealing shit. Again, sorry for the interruption. My conversation with the girl ran a little bit long, slightly exceeding the 1 second I scheduled for it. This is where the events begin to outpace my awareness. The deeper into the dark pocket we explore, the more I will be forced to speculate. I rarely have cause to rely on probability, but luckily for you, my guesses are better than anybody's. No reaction to Carcat and Trezzy's fucking corpses? Okay, so let's be real. I knew that was coming. Like, this is something that we knew was coming for fucking ever. We knew that was gonna happen. Since, like, almost as soon as... I mean, like, we knew that Trizzy was, or Vriska, it was gonna be her fault for doing that. We knew that. We knew that she wasn't going to be able to beat Jack. That was something that everyone was aware of. And we just sort of, I don't know. I came to terms with that back being angry about that before. I'm surprised they made it as long as they did, to be honest. Vriska inadvertently killed Carcat and Trizzy. Her actions led to their death. It's more akin to like manslaughter than anything else. I've always believed that a good storyteller should keep a comprehensive record of past events on hand, a scrapbook of personal significance, for instance, from which he may piece together current moments from ones of a similar, if not identical, nature. It's more efficient. She and Ardea are the last trolls. Yeah? I mean... yeah, I guess so. It's logical since there is essentially nothing new in Paradox space. Everything that can happen is either a visual or a substantial reproduction of something that has already transpired within a timeline, offshoot or otherwise. Look at the banner. Wait, where did he go? Oh, he's pouring... oh, I thought he was stealing shit. He's pouring oil all over the place. Yeah, he's about to cause some problems. But I assume Doc Scratch is aware of that and probably didn't put actual oil in or accepted it. One or the other. I'm not sure which. And if I'm going to speculate on this duel, I might as well make use of earlier clippings. For the Slayer, this was round 1 against the Hero of Light. All you really need to do is flip it turnways like we have, like so, and we have... yeah, I mean, more or less, it's the exact same situation again. Fighting over their friend's dead corpse again. Does this flip as well, or no? Okay. Like, they accidentally made Jack too strong. Jack knows, he just doesn't care. Yeah, this is fine. What Scratch said about repetitions explains various other parallels. A thief would probably roll her dice. The thief would probably roll her dice. Wow, this is fine. And just as probably due to her impressive hoard of stolen fortune, she would have a 100% chance of rolling the most favorable result. Ordinarily, this result would be almost impossibly improbable. The odds of the roll would be 1 in 16,777,216 to be specific. And to be less specific, 1 in... See, okay, now hold up. Hussey's not... No, don't fucking act like you figured that shit out in advance, Hussey. Don't you even pretend. Don't you even fucking play. Where y equals 8, hee hee. Because of course y equals 8. Oh god, that's a little too perfect. That Vriska, the girl who can only talk about 8s and have 8s in everything she says, where 8 y and y is 8, 8, the banner. Oh. That's horrifying right there. It's all connected. Talk. Wait, did we just have 2 talks in a row? Oh, it's doing the ticks now rather than... Okay. No, it's not. I'm dumb. It says Ancestral Awakening in Alternian. Alright. And this is her, like... remembering her past self, sort of her ancestor. In round 2, the Slayer would not be merely compelled, but challenged, if my guess is right. Challenged from one claiming godhood before reaping the prodigious spoils from striking down a formidable in-game foe. One with the guile of a cheater, with the luck of a clover, the hubris of her mentor, and the drive known only to the pathologically competitive. I believe he'd be challenged, yes, but not outmatched. As one shares the Slayer's source of power. Yeah. Matchsticks coming in and fixing shit. But not outmatched. One who shares the Slayer's source of power, not my projection, must give him an unambiguous advantage. But even so, while I continue to not be gambling man, that did not stop being a thing that was true or anything. I'm reasonably sure that if I was, I wouldn't bet against her. Moving on. Wait, hold up. Oh, okay. I thought that was like, for some reason, like, Trizzy was around, but no, it's her blood on the and then the glass. I'm looking at the banners. Trust me. Let's pull back from this even narrower dark pocket. All this uncertainty is wearing thinner than the only pair of pants I'm in an immortal wardrobe. I will never much enjoyed the navigation of vortices of Alternian possibility, the paths which alone my absolute mastery in the Alpha timeline, a continuum I define as which boasts exclusive rights both to my birth and to my death, to simultaneous events. Any divergence from this path, to my knowledge, will taper into blackness. Like, fuck. I need to trim my beard. I got it hooked in my, like, pop filter, and, like, pulled the hair out. That hurt. Fuck. Sorry. Everyone's like, here we go, something's important happening, and I'm, like, pulling hairs out of my beard like an idiot. Blackness with rotting roots, but if I were the seer, such offsuits would be fully within my domain, and if I was the seer of mind in particular, synaptic causalities would be my specialty. Seer of mind would have given you a more reliable account, perhaps, but then she would do many things I wouldn't. A seer would support her allies in battle, and not with her weapons, but with her vision. She would sift through dross of her comrades' poor tactical inclinations and examine grim consequences. A seer would not charge into the fray headlong, but direct it as a conductor with a baton. She would have the sight to eschew the obvious gambits. Grows ZZ top beard. I'm thinking, like, everyone's like, I mean, listen, like, we're able to do any fucking outfit we want right now. There's nothing stopping us, my dudes. And, like, I can't go out and get my hair cut, so I'm thinking, like, I do something fucking weird with my hair. I'm just saying. Why not? I think I'll keep the pointy beard, but, the rest of it, I don't know. Not bleach, no. I don't know what to do with my hair. Not Dave haircut, fuck off. A seer would not charge at the fray headlong and directed as a conductor with the baton. She would have the sight to eschew the obvious gambits and find a path to victory disguised cleverly as a setback or even imminent defeat. She would behold the fortunes of friends and foes in totality and appraise the contrivance of luck itself. She would know the mines were not to be plundered, but simply explored and charted carefully. Listen, like this whole situation might be different for y'all, but I'm kind of in the same boat as usual, which is probably a bad thing. A true seer would know where luck is given, outside of just the existential dread and the horror going on outside. More or less, everything's the same. A true seer would know where luck is given, where it is absent, and most importantly, where it doesn't matter at all. She would know that victory doesn't matter in a reality where all else is failed to do or doomed to fail. What sort of story would this be with our knight and seer made to stay cadavers? Certainly not one of the alpha timelines would allow. So what happened in the timeline just now? Okay, so let's back up a couple pages. So basically what he's saying is, if you were smart and you were a seer, you wouldn't try and fight anyone, You wouldn't even bother with that. Instead, you would see the eventualities that could happen and would happen and plan your tactics all around that. You would advise your friends based on what is happening, what could happen. And she saw that. She knew that was going to happen. And she goes, okay, I'm going to make sure that I get the right plan. Like, I do the right thing now. This coin flip is symbolism of that other thing happening. Advice, not advise. Am I right? Now, wait, how did that happen? Wait a minute, what? And not one that she'd allow either. Okay. Mind, heart, space, and time are the most well-defined crazy aspects. That's true. So you switched 14 with 4. Okay, that's 4, and 14 is getting Pokeballed out? Because 4 got Pokeballed in. Okay, and 14 has the guns. That was a doomed outcome. That was what would happen if the coin flip had been different. The coin flip was irrelevant. The flipping of the coin was merely just to, like, cut a line in two, right? This is 14's power. What was 14's? No, wait. What was 14's power again? Tracy used her seer power to know what would happen if she let Briscoe then decide, nah, fam. Her vision was her dying. Right. Yeah, she knew that was going to happen. Switching locations. Oh, right. And the coin flip was irrelevant. Talk. The coin flip isn't irrelevant as much as it is not relevant in the way that you would expect a coin flip to go. I'm pretty fucking happy about this. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this one's for real, though, right? The coin flip's irrelevant. She's blind, remember? Yeah, that's the whole thing that they... I'm super fucking tired because I didn't get much sleep last night, but this is one of my new favorite pages. I'm not gonna lie. Spades died. That was sad. Don't get me wrong. But I'm pretty happy with this right now. Hey, you know, I know this is fucked up, but trust me, Carcat, this is actually good. You think you're so cool, bro? Sloppy makeouts now on the roof. Hee hee. Everyone's just like, you know, all things considered, probably a good move. Kind of fucked up, though. I'm seeing the banners. Things, and then her. She. Honk. This is a clusterfuck of a scene now. Like, there's so much going on. Yeah, does Solix have any idea what the fuck's been happening recently? John? You're heading out into the blackout, so I won't be able to... Oh, we already read this. Just borrow her computer and talk to me when you get a chance, okay? A little bit late for that shit. Spades dying was the Doom timeline, so Spades is fine now. Oh, right, because she showed up to stab this guy to prevent him from being able to shoot him. Spades is fine. Because she stabbed him before that happened. It's Vriska's last message. All of the dots, John. All 16.77216 million of them. Still dead, huh? And you're still weeping over a corpse to pick up that too busy weeping over that corpse and pick up that headset and answer me. You can't fool me, John. I know you're not staying dead for long. And it's not just because I can clearly see that you're alive in the future. You see, God, even when she's dead, I fucking hate her. I mean, she was alive at this point, but she's dead. So there's also that. I know you're not staying dead for long. And it's not just because I can clearly see you're alive in the future. You see, we're both the best there is, and therefore we have a special privilege when it comes to morality. It's not hard. It's hard to keep a dead god or a god dead for good. We can only die under very specific circumstances. Didn't I mention? Oh, it's her cigarette holder. It's a weirdly, like, sized page. Nothing too glorious about the way you just died, I bet. Let me guess. Even after all my lessons, you allowed yourself to get sucker stabbed, right? Pretty lame. I mean, lucky for you that it was lame. I guess being lame pays off when a hero's dying, a hero gets you killed. Even if a hero's breath reached God tier, he would have been completely indestructible. Damn, I forgot I was going to stop ripping on that guy since he got stabbed in the chest and died. Whoops. Anyway, I figured you'd probably save from that death too, since you're pretty sure you hadn't done anything all that despicable yet. Yeah, that's a good point. Like, so wait. Durst and what's the other one? I'll look it up. Durst and Prospit. So Durst is like a just death, where Prospit is a like hero's death, and Vriska justly died, which is why everyone... See, I feel like even Hussey hates Vriska, right? Because even Hussey is like, her death wasn't a hero's death. She died justly. No, he fucking loves her. Oh, I don't like that. Vriska is his waifu. Why are we reading a comic written by someone who likes Vriska? It has nothing to do with the planets. I love her as a character, like as a written character, because she has good motivations. I hate her as a person. Google pantscat since you missed it. Why would I Google that word? What even is that word? When was it referenced? When is that word showing up that like is a thing that I need to like get involved in? What does that word have to do with anything? I don't know what that word is yet. It's a meme. Do not Google. Please do not Google. Is it spoilers Google or is it like there's plot happening? I know there's plot happening. Is it like is it spoilery or is it just like the baby is you? It's in reference to the picture with hold up. Yeah, I don't see that. It's when everyone's on screen. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. One page before the laptop. Oh, he's just pants. Oh, I see. That's it? You just drew him as pants instead? That's what we care about here? It's completely meaningless. I just figured he was like just drawing fast and it wasn't like it didn't figure that was even Pants Cat. Oh, I see. Hold up. So if I Google Pants Cat, cosplay comes up. Right. That was just him just drawing like quickly, right? I don't think it was anyway. Listen, you weren't there. Were you guys just like looking for something to interact with? Like you guys just had nothing to fucking do for a bit. Careful, there's gonna be spoilers. I skipped it. It's fine. Any content, you were just like, this one frame, everything was a little bit fucking weird. "2012 was a different time." I feel like it was really just by the grace of God that I missed Homestuck in its prime. Because I would have been completely into it had I gotten to it. And had I had some way to, like, push me to the grindstone. I feel like it was the exact kind of content that I was appreciating and the kind of shit that I was into at the age that I was in 2012. Maybe it missed me by a couple years, and that's why. Maybe that's why. Maybe it was the dyslexia. But I could... Very, very close to it being a thing I could have been into. Alternate universe Homestuck Rev. Pantscat cosplay at convention win. Would you have enjoyed Pantscat? I feel like that's a thing because people are so just like critical of like every single page because they're just like, oh my god, what if the fucking dragons on the side? Oh my god, there were dragons earlier. Does it mean anything? The fucking dragons have been in the comic the whole time. The fucking dragon she's got that she does the dragons she's got are the things, right? It's the overanalyzing that really makes it a thing. Anyway. Have you guys heard of the Town of Nowhere? For no reason whatsoever, I'm bringing that up right now. Anyway, I'm going to continue reading. If I didn't know for sure, I'm betting that I would go to fight Jack. It would wipe out all the bad things I've ever done. I think if I die, it'd be a hero's death. So it ought to be Stick. Pretty good motivation to win a fight with, don't you think? One way or another, I think it would be the last big challenge as a gamer. One way or another, alright. As such, I would like to pass my dice on to you. It'd be very important to me that they stay in good hands. That you continue their legacy, and that my ancestor... something. Use that code. I'm sure I can count on you to make something awesome with it. Heated gamer moment. Slick, I'm serious. Please stop. We should probably start stopping here in a minute. Where is a good point? I was part of a Facebook Homestuck group with my high school friends and girlfriend, and then a shipping wall was put up, and my girlfriend got shipped with literally everyone except for me. Town of Nowhere analysis isn't nearly at the level of Homestuck analysis. No, it's not. It's not at all. And yet, I still remind you guys that you missed things. Didn't you determine a stopping point? Yes. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. It's oh fuck. But that's not it either. I needed to do 45 pages today. I started on page this. So I need to get to page 3060 plus another 45. Would put me at 1,000. I mean, I'm basically 3 streams ahead of where I expect to be at this point. Another 45. That puts me at 3850. I did basically 3 streams worth of reading today. $3863 is a good place to stop. About 10 pages from now. You can now watch Rex Dulicum Angelis without spoilers. Thank you for the Homestuck bits. Stop, Tacnil. How about I save here? We just watch this. How about we just watch this instead of whatever he should. Not yet? No? He can't. Not really. Okay, no. We're not going to watch it yet then. Do not tell him that. Okay, cool. We're not gonna yet then. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'll wait a bit more. It's still spoilers. We got some more spoilers. You really want me to watch RDA. Thank you for the 45 lucky bits there. Yeah, that. Thank you. Pondante? Thank you. With no context, who's the Vriska of the Town of Nowhere? I don't know. No one actually is in, everyone basically has more or less the same opinion of each character. I feel like people hate certain characters and love other characters. There's not like well, you don't understand them. How about we go ahead and wrap it up here? I think this is, well, probably about a good time, don't you think? No is John. No has a little bit in common with John in that they're dumb. At least finish the scene. Okay, I'll finish the scene. Finish this conversation. Still not alive, man. You still better hurry up. She probably doesn't have much time left. Trust me. What she's going through on a Durst right now isn't much fun. I guess I should mention why I'm trying to contact you now, of all times, rather than just skipping ahead. Remember how we talked about your backup plan? The one you devised to defeat Jack? If the off chance I fail, well, it's going to work. It's not going to work if Rose is dead, is it? You have to wake her up. Breathe some life into her. Do the windy thing with your lips. You know what that means. Oh my. You gotta kiss her. Don't worry. I still can't see you, so there's no reason to be bashful or anything. Since we are a couple of professionals who are just focused on winning, we both know it doesn't have any meaning. It's not like I would be jealous, even if I could see. Or would I be? Or maybe that didn't even cross your mind, haha. Man, why am I talking about this? Yo, what? Don't forget the banner. Yeah, there's a lot Oh, they're kissing? What? What? Oh. The only thing RDA spoils you on is what the ancestors looks like. Okay, we'll just wait until we see what the ancestors look like. Let's just forget I said that. This isn't really how I wanted this conversation to go. I guess I assumed you'd be talking back by now. Now I'm just talking and spinning my wheel device like an idiot. Maybe I don't actually know how I wanted it to go. I guess you could just shut up and skip ahead on your timeline a little. Talk to you when you're alive. That would make sense. So I guess I'll do that. But maybe if I did, I wouldn't exactly say what I wanted to say, so I'll just say it. Pardon me while I just the narrow Finstrin wall. Yeah, I'm glad I tried to read that word. To be honest, this. Wait. What? Really? They got a Gary Ash for each other? Why are you kissing if you're Gary Ashing? I just don't know why they're Gary Ashing about it. She ripped his eye out. Yeah, I know they don't like each other. I'm just not sure why they'd kiss. She's the black... Oh, right. And there's probably a red queen. That's the point of hate fucking. I've never hate fucked anyone. You know? I don't really know how you get around to getting to the point where that works. I feel like that's a fictional thing. Hate and love are born of passion. That's true. Hate and love are very similar. All you can do is think about a person, what you'd want to do to him if you could get him in a room alone. It's very similar, actually. All you do is think about them. It's basically the same emotion. To be honest, I'm nervous about this flight, but still going through with it for a lot of reasons. To save my friends, or this fight, excuse me, who are still alive. Oh, I guess to save reality itself from being totally fucked up. There's that too. But I think what's motivating me to win this fight most of all is the possibility of getting to meet you all when it's over. Maybe I can finally put all this terrible stuff. Poor innocent Rev. What do you mean, poor innocent me? The possibility of getting to meet you all when it's over. Maybe I can finally put all this terrible stuff behind me. We won't have to worry about being the best anymore, or proving what a ruthless killer I can be. Yeah, I don't know if you can call me innocent, man. I'm not 40 years old. I'm 32. Don't round up that much. Round down that much. And 12. Close enough? Fuck you. I mean, fuck, this month has been plenty long. I'm certain it's been a couple of years, so, you know, there's that. teen streamer. Yeah, gotta play more Fortnite. Possibility of getting to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I can try whatever is supposed to be normal for a human. Who knows? Might actually not be as boring as it sounds, maybe. If you're not too freaked out by all the bad things that have done, or the fact that I might be an alien, we could go on a date. Oh, what? Do you remember Mesopotamia? I thought that was going to be like, oh, do you remember this scene where Mesopotamia comes into play in this? And I'd have to, like, remember the bit in Homestuck where Mesopotamia was a thing and it's not. I'm very much not a fan of her being alive and hitting on John. Don't worry. It could be a human date, whatever that entails. No weird alien stuff, I promise. And no killing or murders or even talking about killing or murders and such. Just whatever you like to talk about and think about is cool. I could even be persuaded to watch more of your absurd human films. Do you like to watch any other that feature rugged humans with long hair and wounded arm? Oh, I see. That's a weird it's a Freudian thing. That's a what's it called? An Electra complex? I think. It's her first relationship not based on Mindfang, I guess. It's still got a little bit of that. Long hair, fucked up arm. Kind of sounds like Mindfang. I know she's talking about Nick Cage, but I'm just saying that there's a similarity between the two characters. I know she's talking about Nick Cage. I know. I'm just saying she's got a type. She's got, like, it's like I said, there's a similarity. It's not a huge similarity, but, like, if you base your entire existence on someone, and eventually you're going to be like, man, I'm fucking super into that idea. I just compared Mindfang to Nick Cage. Listen, we're fully fucking into this Homestuck shit at this point. If I want to fucking point out my own goddamn headcanons on bullshit, I'm gonna. Fuck you all. You're gonna have to listen to it. This is what you get. And if you don't want it, well, the door is, there's not actually a door. You actually have to go up to the top right of your screen and you click the little X. Alternatively, you could scroll down directly below this video that you're watching and hit subscribe instead. I would appreciate it regardless of which one, whether or not you're watching live or not. Anyway, just persuaded to watch more of your absurd movies. You know, the one with the sweaty guy with the mutilated arm or animal and the speech impediment? Those would be tolerable to watch, I bet. There. Oh, I don't... Oh, no. Doc scratches me out. Well, it's over. Before I go, I'll get in touch one more time later on when you're alive and maybe you have something to say about it. Oh, yeah. Sorry about your adult male guardian. I wasn't trying to be deceptive by not telling you. I decided not to because I didn't want to be the one to make you sad about it. Is that selfish of me? I don't know. Banner? Oh, hey. It's Jade. Would have found out regardless, like we all did. There are things that we care about we just have to leave behind. Just sucks for those who aren't in as much of a hurry to leave it all behind as me. Wait, someone's coming. Hang on. I'm a wonderful chaperone as well as an excellent host. Shoo. Hey, they actually are hanging out now. Getting frogs, doing frog things. They're having frog time. Finally to frog time. Oh god, she's wearing her RP outfit. What the hell is she up to? Man, she's got a dumb dragon doll and everything. I guess that means it's business this time. Damn it. I've got to go deal with this now. Anyway, if you actually get around to reading any of this, thanks for listening, John. If my outrageously great luck has anything to say in the matter, we'll be meeting up in no time. Just please consider what I said. Okay, later. Heartsies. Someone suggested 3 more pages from here. Oh, okay. Haruk. Just. Oh, I thought I broke it there for a second. I'm like, oh, fuck, what did I do? Oh. Is it just going to continue like this, or are you going somewhere with this? Oh, that's where we're good. Stop. Clocks is... Oh, right, the clock. God damn it, for the fucking clocks. Oh, for crying out loud. Slick, I cannot tolerate many things... Slick, I can tolerate many things from a guess. Current matters, egregious womanizing, murdering, the help, casual arson, even atrocious candy bowl etiquette. But this is a desecration of a priceless timepiece where I must draw the line. I'm afraid I must now insist that you take your beating quite personally. Break. Okay. Important banner. Wait, hold up. Oh, shit. Wait, what the fuck? When did that happen? Wait, hold up. Hold up. Oh, she sees him and then... How can you have 2 comics going simultaneously? That's a fucking problem. God damn it, hussy. Alright. We're going to start back up at this page. I like his going through time and... Check out the art. Please stick around for the art. Today's Chrono game, by the way, is Fantasy Blacksmith. I get paid if you buy it. It's $4. I've heard good things. I kind of thought about doing a stream of it. Then I forgot about it. It looks like it's a decent enough time. It looks very similar to like Shopkeep. We've got this one from NLRK. I think we already saw this one, but I'm going to check just in case. We did. Stick around for the art. I will be rating someone, and that'll get you some points. If I can finish this painting tomorrow that I'm working on and just spend a fuck ton of time on the Town of Nowhere stuff, I can have it up and ready within like the next, probably not next week, this coming week, but maybe another one. Maybe like 2 weeks from now. I could probably have it. I just need to have the time and just, I don't know. The way things have been recently have been a thing. Permit. I'll let chat decide whether or not whatever you're about to link is a problem. I have 9K points. I don't know what to do with them. You're going to know. You're going to have some things to do with them next time. All right. Now, chat, tell me whether or not I can watch Nick Cage song, but I can watch that. Okay, I'm not going to watch that right now. Listen to Carcalicious. I'm trying to show the art. How about this? I promise you guys I will listen to Carcalicious after I look at the art. Carcalicious, but it's lo-fi. We got this Town of Nowhere version of me and Vinny and Yol. I've been having fun making fake sprites. Rev and Yol ended up looking very cool, but Vinny, yeah, I don't know. It's because of the face, but I like these. It's sick. You got to put up a tutorial on how to do these. I'm not sure I can do sprites with the apps I have. I want to see how you do it, if it's any different than the Rev method. Could do the Rev method. I could point out how to do it. It's actually pretty straightforward. I think Vinny looks fine. Please don't listen to Carcalicious. Well, if you don't want me to, then you know where it will be back in a minute. I'm gonna watch it after this. But thank you for the art, Joe. Gerated. Bionic Obot makes this one. It will probably inevitably get deleted, unfortunately, but it's actually incredibly good. You know what? The mods are actually Homestuck fans. They probably will know better. Thank you. It's a Vitrizzi. It's adorable. Minimal lines, but high quality art. This curve on this little horn thing is super good. Very clean. We got this one from NLRK, where we've got the showdown that happened in today's stream, sort of, and also in the past. I wonder what Jen and Ima think about all this Homestuck. I mean, I know Ima knows what's up. I invited to come on and read some of this with us at some point. Probably after Cascade, just for the sake of times. It reminds me of the art for less so than the art for Homestuck. It reminds me of the art from the Mystery Skulls videos. It's got a bit of that vibe, especially the way her mouth is formed. It's very good. Thank you, Anna LRK. Then we got this last one, I believe, from Moisture Man. There's something I need to tell you about Noah. There's something I need to tell you about Noah. Of course, no. What is it? There's a thing called Homestuck. He's already been through so much. Why you gotta do this to him? I'd like to thank the quarantine for the opportunity to stay up late and watch Rev stream Homestuck and draw shitposts. Oh. Oh. Oh, the class spec hoodie. People have been, like, someone did a full breakdown of several characters in Town of Nowhere with Homestuck class specting. I don't understand it well enough to be able to go, that's correct or that's incorrect. But that's a thing. Anyway, it's time for Carkalicious. I'm going to do it in a, like, this. So that way it doesn't. Which one's the right one? Who did the original Carkalicious? Is it going to be Happy Sadis? Left? This one? I want to get the original person the respect they deserve. Oh, the old 4x3. Okay. I can't do this again, y'all. I can't do this again. So in order to save myself, I'm going to be playing it at 2x speed. This is the kind of stuff that... I'm very, very fucking fortunate that I am 32 years old. And let me tell you why. This is the kind of shit I did as a kid, and there's no fucking evidence of it. There's no goddamn evidence on the internet of this shit. And I am fucking blessed to be in a position where I can say that that's the case. Anyway, Carkalicious Nightcore, go.
Strider's pizza best suited to trolls who got phonics. Carkalicious definition makes her Resi logo. She wants to know the secrets that she can't taste in my photo. And just to know the flavor, I ain't doing her no favors. No reasons why I tease her, flush just comes and goes like seasons. I'm Carkalicious, so delicious. No, I don't do kiss mixes. And if you read ain't fanfics, all that shit is fictitious. I blow kisses. Mwah. Don't matter if we're just more rails, trolls be lining down the veil for a 4, 3, 2, so delicious. Super sweet, so delicious. Fucking adorable, understand, so delicious. Even Egbert wants a piece of me. I'm Carkalicious. La 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 la, candy, candy. Carkalicious death. Carkalicious death. God damn it, Josh Crash, stop fucking around with my mic. Carkalicious definition makes the shippers crazy. Nipet is always squealing using pet names like Arkady. I'm the K to the A, or K to A to T, and the majority of pairings had better include me. I'm Carkalicious, so delicious. My body stays vicious. All the high blood feeling nervous because I'm doing some fitness.
I can't even. Oh, I've still got it at 2 times speed. I'm like, why does this sound so fucked up? I'm like, that's totally not the right beat speed for this. Like, that's not lo-fi and chill. It sounded fine, but it was the wrong fucking, like, that's the wrong aesthetic, but it's fine when it's, like, normal speed. Look at the year this was made. Oh, this was made last year. I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight. I'm going to go and raid someone. I'm going to try and keep up with the pace that we've got. We can try and figure out the exact point that I need to get to for the next one. I don't know who's live. If anyone knows who's live or got a recommendation for someone to raid, I'm going to do that now. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. I'm going to try and stream tomorrow if I can. I might spend a little bit of time instead working on Town of Nowhere stuff because, as I recall, it's probably a thing I need to deal with. So I'll see you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you later.